It's never going to be the same again.
I'm worried about the world.
The mass chaos and crises that there was in the world, it's going to be just like that now.
This is not an accident.
How long is it going to last? Longer than, even for those of you that have some cash in the bank, way past your cash reserves.
Out of 100 people, 4 will get the message.
This thing isn't going to be over in a few weeks. This thing isn't going to be over in a few months.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. And ladies and gentlemen, we have plenty of information to catch up on today, as I have been absent for the past few days for personal reasons. But now we're back on our daily schedule. Here's what I'm going to say. We're going to get right into the news and information for the day. But first, a couple announcements. 1. Please take a look, if you haven't already, to my interview with Steven Chip and Jeff on the Chain. About an hour-long interview, and it was a lot of fun. 2nd, in just 2 days, we will be posting our interview with the Propy CEO on YouTube very soon, so all of you can begin to understand the opportunity at play here with this crypto. And guys, unfortunately, I have to do this. At the end of this video, I will address some critiques that have been circulating upon this community, as unfortunately these things happen. But nonetheless, it'll be an incredible segue for all of you to educate yourselves on the opportunity at play here. Finally, if you aren't doing so already, consider subscribing to my good friend Rob Art's trading course, as he was able to predict every new higher low during the XRP bear market and multiply his bags by 6 times. While now he's projecting every single new higher low and a $7 to $13 plus XRP price. Take a look at how he goes about it and learn a little more from one of the community's best. Take a look at this on Twitter. And now let's get into the sugar, spice, and everything nice for the day. As ladies and gentlemen, the crypto market has been exploding recently. Bitcoin has passed the $60,000 mark. Ethereum is close to that $4,000 mark. Everything else is ready, waiting for the 2 major coins to continue their run up. Pause a little bit, and then the altcoin season we all expect will put on a show. Now guys, before I continue, I have to put in front of all of your face a powerful resource provided to me by Martin Volk. Please, if you aren't doing so already, follow Martin Volk on YouTube and Twitter. This is the Bitcoin Bullrun Index, and as far as I can see from what's going on here, we have plenty of runway left before this bull run is over. Over here in 2014, we saw that the CBBI confidence was at a peak, at Bitcoin's peak price. We saw the same thing happen in 2017, roughly a certain amount of time after a halving event, by the way. Now, we're in 2021 and beyond, and it looks like we still have plenty of room to go before we hit a peak as far as the bull run confidence is concerned. Once this bull run confidence goes over the Bitcoin price, in my opinion, that is when this Bitcoin bull run, I suspect, will be over officially. A 80 to 120k Bitcoin is on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, that is great for the overall crypto space, and as much as we hate the maxis, Bitcoin leads the way. And with Bitcoin leading the way, the alts that we all believe will have a much higher return on investment will give us that return. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're going to be in for an explosive fireworks display, and all that's left is explosive preparation in the days, weeks, and months to come. Now guys, we do need to understand that the first Bitcoin's future ETF in the US is set to begin trading this coming week. This is very important, and Raoul Pal has his opinions on it. Issuing the Bitcoin futures ETF is a good step, but it's basically handing hedge funds a massive arbitrage opportunity, as the futures will trade at a large premium in bull phases, and they will get to capture those returns. This is the same old financial market trick. You now have to add multiple new intermediaries who all make profits: the ETF provider, clearinghouse, future broker. This is the old financial market trick. You now have to add multiple new intermediaries who all make profits: the ETF provider, clearinghouse, futures broker, administrator, auditor, law firm. This is one of those things that you cannot forget about. The chips will always be stacked against retail. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the only weapon retail has on their side to help combat the chips being stacked against you is the ability to wait. Patience is key. And if you wait and dollar cost average, you will not lose. Delayed gratification is an important character trait for success, and that will be coming to all of you who play it right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have to see something that was announced recently, as the U.S. Treasury announced that G7 finance leaders endorse public policy principles for central bank digital currencies. This, compounded with what broke the next day, is not a coincidence. This is the synchronistic launch of this new system. Ladies and gentlemen, London is ready, as the Digital Pound Foundation announced the launch of its own foundation. It's very important that all of you note one thing. We in the XRP community knew about this months ago, but now this is the official announcement. Something I have to push back against in this community is those individuals that say whenever we say something from time to time, it's speculation and it's not fact yet. Back months ago, we knew that the Digital Pound Foundation included Accenture, Avalanche, CGI, Electronium, Quant, and Ripple. We knew that already, so we were ahead of the game. But some people need that 110% confirmation in order to feel secure. And one thing I have to tell you is, you'll never be secure if you play it that way. Sometimes you have to take information and run with it until it gets proven to be wrong. The same thing occurred with the Bank of America Ripple Partnership. A lot of people were waiting for 110% confirmation, or individuals like myself knew for a fact 2 years in advance before the official announcement. This is what we're playing with here, guys. We are the best the world has to offer when it comes to digging up all this powerful information. And it's because we don't BS you. We're giving you the news before it breaks. Now, guys, as we see the Digital Pound Foundation launch right after the G7's report, we see that the UK, being the current president of the G7, they're announcing CBDCs and how they benefit businesses and customers. This is strategic and not coincidental events. They're prepping your minds for what's about to happen. Central bank digital currencies are on the horizon. Ripple. We know our ties to the digital pound. King Solomon found a document from the Bank of France stating XRP could be used for the digital euro. That's 2 major central bank digital currencies already. I recently read an article talking about the digital yen. I'm speculating here, but I believe XRP will play an instrumental role with the digital yen. We have the US digital dollar. Let's see what happens with that. We have plenty of other CBDCs. Let's see what happens with those. But remember that Ripple private ledger for central banks and CBDCs, and tell me that's not a system they want. where they can transact privately, while the people, the masses, were monitored. It's not a system that I want. It's not a system I'm proud of. But I'm just the messenger here, telling you what they're planning and how you can get rich from their infrastructure. Now, from Kevin Cage, we need to go a little deeper as far as CGI. CGI is a Goliath and is a member with Ripple and Quant in the Digital Pound Foundation. 40% of global FX settlement volume is processed by CGI. That's $5 trillion. More than 20% of SWIFT payment transactions is processed by CGI. CGI handles more than 35% of all US wire-based transactions volume. That's $3 to $5 trillion daily. This is the magnitude of this partnership. CGI, a Ripple partner, acquired TerraThink, and this gives CGI an increased scale of enterprise applications for the federal government. These are the supporting documents. Just so you know, we're not talking out of left field here. Now, guys, that you got additional confirmation over the quality of our investment, we need to take a look at this from Arturo Portilla. Don't forget what Mike Novagratz said about XRP holders. You could tell them anything and they believe it like it's a conspiracy theory. Whilst there are in fact many conspiracy theories running around the XRP community, the Ethereum free pass is not one of them, and Mike Novagratz was part of the free pass. Ladies and gentlemen, from crypto law, the Ethereum free pass, fair notice, and the fight ahead, we can see that Mike Novagratz, like Joe Lubin, predicted that the SEC was going to select one token and its promoters and go after them to shut them down, as an example. Shortly after Lubin and Novagratz's public predictions, we now know that Ripple was notified of an informal investigation. Remember, Mike Novagratz, who happens to be Lubin's college roommate and a major investor in Ether, predicted just 9 days before the Bill Hinman free pass speech that he would bet dollars to donuts that the SEC would declare Ether to not be a security. Ladies and gentlemen, these Ethereum ties go so deep, and I'm not trying to make you guys hate on Ether, because that tech is going to be profound and Ether is going to shock a lot of people in the months and years to come. Ethereum 2.0 will be a powerhouse. But right here, we're looking at the politics behind why Ether is free to run and XRP is being sued. Mike Novagratz may be part of the reason, and maybe that's why he talks so much smack about XRP, even though at the same time, he owns plenty of Ripple equity. Now, I have to pivot your attention over to this Ripple XRP case, as we have here that 42,000 XRP holders are part of this class action lawsuit against the SEC. 55 countries are represented, 58% from the US and 42% international. If you haven't done so already, please go on Status or John Deaton's sites and fill out the online form. This is a profound thing to look at. It shows, one, how global this movement is, and two, how massive the impact of this community is felt. We see the mass marketing campaign of XRP on the mainstream. Ripple has been on CNN. Fox is now calling out the injustice that's occurring to this community. Just wait until other media outlets get a hold of this story. If you didn't know this, I'm gonna tell you right now. The world is watching. The world is watching what this community of people is doing, and how we conduct ourselves right now and moving forward will determine a lot of things for the rest of this ecosystem, for the rest of the crypto space, and other people will learn how to organize themselves to show their power, their strength. Make no mistake about it, we are all stronger than you all may think. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play this quick clip for you so you could truly understand the moment in history and the opportunity at play here. And then we're going to transition into an important message for all of you. As I would like to thank Darren Moore Jr. on YouTube for finding this clip. Please give his Twitter and his channel a subscribe. Now please take a listen.
If you think about the internet, right? Microsoft, Intel, Cisco, that's a lot of wealth, right? That is the x-axis, or if you think about the internet, right? Web 1 is parallel to the x-axis. Web 2 is the knee of the parabolic curve, and Web 3 is parallel to the y-axis. So if you think of the area under the curve as the value, the area under the, Web 1, Intel, Microsoft, Cisco, that's a decent amount of wealth, but it barely looks like anything because it's parallel to the x-axis. Web 2, Alibaba, Netflix, Google, Amazon, way more wealth, like orders of magnitude more, first $1 trillion companies. That's the knee of the curve, right? We haven't even gotten to the parabolic growth part of Web 3, which is going to create untold wealth. And so, but every time there's a bust in between, right? We couldn't have the applications formed unless we had the failure in 2000. People said, it's over, right? And so the other problem you have, and we'll probably talk about this, is that the incumbents really don't want the disruptors to win. So they will fight really hard. They'll throw up regulatory barriers. They'll try to buy up the companies and shelve the technology. I mean, people forget, right? This is a long time. People forget that in 1903, the largest car company in America was the American Electric Vehicle Corp. We had electric cars in 1903. That was going to be the future until Henry Ford, shut them down by shelving the technology because he wanted people to buy his partner, John D. Rockefeller's, kerosene waste product called gasoline. So now we have internal combustion engines. So for 100 plus years, we used inferior technology because commerce wins that way. And so the same thing's going to happen here is we'll have a bust. It'll probably be around regulatory friction. It'll probably be around fear. It'll probably be around, the transition from infrastructure to applications. But on the other side, massive.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you need to understand is, as we see Bitcoin passing the $62,000 mark, we need to know that we're so early in this space. We are investing in the .com era of crypto, right before the parabolic run up to the .com bust. The bust will clear out all the nonsense cryptos, but the boom will make millionaires, multimillionaires, and some of us will become billionaires. One thing needs to be clear to all of you though. You all need to have a game plan. You all need to have exit strategies ready to ensure you know when and how much profits to take. Because when the moment comes, if you don't execute, you will regret it. And that's coming from someone who's made not taking profits as a mistake in the past. Why do you need to take profits? Because we need to have a balance of improving our personal lives and improving our crypto plan. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an overall entrepreneur, which means the diversification into different asset classes is essential. It's an essential part of being an entrepreneur. I started with the vehicle of crypto driving me as much income as it possibly could. Now, we have different businesses, asset classes, and opportunities. And ladies and gentlemen, all I'm trying to do is tell you how to do the same. Unfortunately, now is the time in this video where I have to address some false claims stated about me that have been circulating amongst the community over the past couple days. And it's so frustrating because they are so absurd. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a claim that I was sent by the World Economic Forum. Not only is that false, there is no evidence of that anywhere. Second, it's stated, I'm here to make you all sell your XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know where to begin with how to deconstruct that nonsense. I've been telling all of you for the past 3 years to FOMO in XRP for as long as you can. The first profit taking point I'll take profits from XRP from is $10. And of course it is. My average entry in XRP was around 28 to 30 cents. That's 33 to 35 times return on my investment. And even then, I'm only selling 5% of my XRP at that time. The notion that I'm trying to get people to sell their XRP is nonsense to me. In addition, said individual claimed that I was trying to shill Propy at the top of my lungs and get people to sell whatever the hell for Propy or some other property or something. So I don't even know, I didn't watch the video. Some nonsense claim. Trying to speak about this project in a negative light. And the reason that's so sad to me is because this individual is going to look really, really bad once I post this interview. A powerful project and a powerful team that is looking to revolutionize a $280 trillion real estate market. Real estate NFTs. Closing real estate deals extremely quickly. There's a lot of red tape when it comes to properties right now. And this team and this technology is making that quicker every single day. Cutting costs every single day. And all I'm telling you is, enjoy the show when it's posted on Tuesday. As this may be a strategy, may be a technology all of you may consider using if you want to diversify into properties as part of your exit strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not telling any of you what to do. I'm only providing you the resources you need to decide what you want to do. Now, my initial entry point in this project was at 25 cents and I recommended it to my Udemy students at 25 cents. So you're already up 5 times on that initial entry point. And frankly, it's going to keep doing better. It's not going to stop. We're only just beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, once you see the content in that video, you'll understand the profundity of the opportunity that's at play here. All of you are smart enough to make your own decisions. I've already made mine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to address one final point that was discussed about me. It was stated that the individual did not like my mentorship program. Apparently, I'm over here trying to scam people. And all I'll say to that is, it is impossible for me to scam anybody, considering that on our website we have a 110% money back guarantee. What's going on here? What does that even mean? What that means is, essentially, if you don't like my service or the quality of work that I put in, and this goes for individuals that have signed up already, you can get a 110% money back guarantee. We'll pay you for the inconvenience of me not executing as your mentor. See, the thing about this is, a lot of people may wonder, why is this on the website? Can you afford to do? Yes, I can. The reason is because that's the level of confidence we have, that we're looking to underpromise and overdeliver. Ladies and gentlemen, with my Udemy course, I tell people you could get the information for free. Get a refund within a month if you want. Over here in this mentorship program, you have a year to see whether or not I execute on what I'm trying to do for people. What's going to happen is there will be some individuals that try to take advantage and get a little bit of money from me. I don't care. I am here to serve because I know where I was during a crypto bull run, and had I had the information I have now, I would have made so much more money. All I'm trying to do is help all of you. And if you don't even want a chance to do that, skedaddle. I don't need you here. Everyone that comes across my path needs to know you're doing so voluntarily. And if you don't like what you find, you can leave, and it's okay with me. Let's go to town. You're not going to want to leave, because what we have here is a success factory. Everyone that comes across my path, I aim to make successful. And even if we trip along the way, we're getting better every single day. Book your session now, as group sessions and VIPs are all up for this week and next. It's going to be a pleasure to see all of you in there, as we're coming down the home stretch of this massive financial revolution, this massive crypto bull run, and when profit taking will begin. If you are interested, the link to this is down in the description below. As we have plenty of work to do, we gotta get serious. And I will not be answering any more call-out critique videos ever again. Because frankly, it's a waste of time. I'm gonna let my work do the talking. And as I've said in the past, I'll say it again. I was bred for this moment right now. And now it's just time to execute. Welcome to the home stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Please look for that Propy CEO interview on Tuesday. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
I get 24 hours a day just like Bill Gates. I get 24 hours a day just like Beyonce and Jay-Z. You get 24 hours a day, ladies and gentlemen. What do you do with your 24 hours? You need to get more information in our coaching program. All we do is drop content nonstop. And people are like, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that. See, you don't even know what you don't know. How did you let me come from behind and clip you? Do you guys know the studies show the better we look, the more money we make? Which means your website should pass the eyeball test. Your truck should pass the eyeball test. Your people should pass the eyeball test. You should pass the eyeball test. Everybody in this room has a promised land somewhere, but you can't be stuck on the city you like. You got to hear God and go to your promised land. Your promised land might be Utah. Your promised land might be Minnesota. Your promised land might be Wyoming. Hear me clearly. You better use your money to get information and access, and you better be flexible, because a real shark is flexible. Can we stop fronting and get real about this thing? And if I can do it, you can do it. I knew nothing about life. I knew nothing about business, but I had the right mindset, and I learned it through sports. And y'all got to hear my story so you understand. I didn't even start on my college basketball team. I came off the bench. At the University of Minnesota, I came off the bench. But in my mind, you can bring me off the bench, but I'm an NBA ball player when you get through talking. When you get through, I'm an NBA ball player. And that's why I would walk around and say, you can't check me. You can't check me. You can't check me. If I was you, I would walk around every day and say, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I declare it right now. I'm worth millions. I'm worth millions. I will receive my salary right now, but I won't accept it as my value. So whatever you receive right now, receive it, but don't you accept it as your value. Because there's more out here for you if you change your mindset.